The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has been shut down by President Trump.
As you can see, there are hundreds of protesters and over a dozen elected officials.
The actions that have been taken by the CFPB in the past few years are against debt collectors who are illegally collecting on medical debt.
Are we going to let that stand?
There was not much oversight over big companies.
We will fight it out across this country, and I promise you, we will win.
Defunding this type of oversight is just begging for another financial crisis.
Hey, it's getting crazy out there at the CFPB headquarters. Hey, let's check this out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Consumers are we fighting for?
Another protest today against President Donald Trump and Elon Musk, this time outside the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. As you can see, there are hundreds of protesters and over a dozen elected officials are speaking. They are concerned that the CFPB is going to be gutted or shut down. Now, Senator Elizabeth Warren actually helped create the CFPB. She says it's not going anywhere.
Are you ready to fight for the little agency that fights for us? We will fight it out in Congress. We will fight it out in the courts. We will fight it out across this country, and I promise you, we will win.
This is a takeover. You see what they're doing here at the CFPB. You saw what happened over at the Treasury Department. The biggest heist of Americans' sensitive personal information that we've ever seen. Are we going to let that stand?
He has turned over our country to Elon Musk. We didn't elect him. We didn't select him. We didn't ask for him, and we don't want him.
These Democratic elected officials have said that the CFPB has saved American consumers
I just want to know, where is all this energy when it comes to other people taking advantage of our data and things like that? Like, where is this energy for those type of corporations? Hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments.
$1 billion in fees, like credit card and banking fees. They also said that their plans to push back on the Trump administration include litigation, legislation, and agitation. Now, they also all committed to withholding their vote until the Trump administration stops these threats on various agencies. Tomorrow, another protest is expected outside of the Capitol. That protest will be put on by the union American Federation of Government Employees. This is Jackie Coppell, News Nation.
Man, it's getting serious out here. Everybody upset. But why everybody isn't upset with Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax when they be taking advantage of us and things like that? Where's that energy at? Where's the energy for these debt collectors? Where's the energy for all other big corporations taking advantage of us, right? Now, they're talking about the CFPB, but we know the CFPB can't do too much. Of course, yes, they help. But most importantly, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, these other corporations, these debt collectors, and everybody else, they take advantage of the people, and nobody got the same exact energy for them, man. It's crazy. That's why I say you have to take advantage of, or you have to learn the laws. You have to know what you got to do to get your credit score right? Now, I want you to watch the former CFPB director talk now. He got fired, but he got some things to say. I want y'all to watch this really quick.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has been shut down by President Trump, at least for this week and possibly much longer, perhaps permanently. The agency, which was created by Congress after the 2008 financial crisis, has limited credit card fees, made mortgage loans easier to understand, and returned billions of dollars to consumers. But it's also long been a target by many who see it as overly aggressive. Rohit Chopra is the former director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and joins us now. Thanks for coming in.
Good to be here.
So this has been known as one of the nation's most powerful watchdog agencies. Why? What has typically fallen under its purview since its creation?
Well, we saw what happened in the years leading up to the financial crisis, mortgages that were setting people up to fail, and it crashed the economy. So what Congress did is created some real law enforcement with teeth to take down crimes against consumers. And over the years, we have recovered billions of dollars of funds that were really taken from people. They were cheated, and it's back in their pockets. I don't think it makes any sense to defund law enforcement that is policing Wall Street, big tech companies, and others who are taking advantage of people who are just trying to get by.
And the broad scope of work is one of the reasons, as you well know, why Republicans have been targeting it for so long. Russell Vogt, who is the newly installed acting head of the agency, over the weekend, he tweeted this: "The CFPB has been a woke and weaponized agency against disfavored industries and individuals for a long time. This must end." To which you would say what?
Well, I don't know what on earth that means. The actions that have been taken by the CFPB in the past few years are against debt collectors who are illegally collecting on medical debt, against companies like Capital One, which have been withholding billions of dollars in interest, credit reporting companies who have tarnished credit reports improperly due to errors. These are things that people of every political stripe want to protect themselves again. And often consumers do not have much power against some of the biggest corporations in America. And that's what the CFPB does to level the playing field.
Well, apart from those who view the agency as being too aggressive, there are people who wonder if the functions could be carried out in another way. Every state has a consumer protection office. Why can't states do this work? Why can't the DOJ do this work?
Well, we tried that, and it was an enormous failure. That's one of the reasons why there was a mortgage crisis. There was not a dedicated group of law enforcers focused on this. If people want to play some sort of game of musical chairs, that feels like pretext for actually wanting to sweep crime under the rug by some of the most powerful people in America, and that's just totally wrong.
During the first Trump term, the agency at one point requested a budget of $0. This was back when Mick Mulvaney was the interim head of the agency, and this was done as a way to defang its enforcement actions. What was the impact then, and what's the comparison between what was done then and what the Trump administration is trying to do now?
Well, when I took over as director of the CFPB, there was not much oversight over big companies. In some ways, there was concerns that it was just focused on small scale actors. But just take a look in the last few weeks of the last administration, we saw the CFPB sue Capital One, sue Experian, one of the biggest credit reporting conglomerates, get $120 million back from Cash App, one of the biggest payment apps, and the list goes on and on and on. And I really think defunding this type of oversight is just begging for another financial crisis, and it's a complete giveaway to many of these big tech companies who increasingly want to become a bank.
What are the implications of this current shutdown? What work is not getting done?
Well, that's what I want to know. And we have to figure out, are all of the investigations that were in advanced stages, is all of that going to simply be deleted? And that means all of those consumers who might have been cheated and all of the companies and their executives, who's really winning in that? And it's clearly not consumers.
Rohit Chopra, former director of the Consumer Financial Protection Board. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Man, I understand what the former CFPB director has to say, but when I'm looking at Trump and what they're trying to do, there's like, hey, where all the taxpayer money's going? Now, hold on. I feel like they should never shut down the CFPB because they're taking care of things, but they're saying that, hey, we have this agency, we have this agency, we have this agency, we have this agency, and they're trying to condense it all to one because they feel like they're wasting too much money. Now, it's too early to see. I don't trust everybody, but we'll see what they're going to do. But most importantly, I feel like they should never shut down the CFPB because they're taking advantage. I feel like they're going to take advantage of these specific corporations. But we'll see what's going to happen. But most importantly, like I said, we cannot depend on the CFPB. We cannot depend on the government. We cannot depend on the administration. We can't depend on those specific people. We got to take care of what we need to take care of, right? When it comes to, these accounts, these negative accounts on your report, you have to learn your rights. Yes, when it comes to your credit score, paying on time, keeping your utilization down to zero, that's part of the process. But those negative accounts that's reported inaccurately, right? Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, who's going to hold them accountable? So you have to hold them accountable now because we can't depend on them, right? So you have to learn your consumer rights. You have to learn the FCRA. And most importantly, these debt collectors, right? You have to learn the FDCPA, right? and learn those specific laws, because if you don't, they're going to continue violating your rights, and we're going to try to, lean on the government, and we're going to try to lean on CFPB, and it's not going to work. So you need to lean on lawyers. You need to lean on your rights. You need to lean on those specific things and get familiar. Go, talk to consumer lawyers. Yes, we have them people on the team. And if you need help, and we're here to help you. But most importantly, when it comes to, like, if you have a bankruptcy on your report, I'm pretty sure that's reported inaccurately with the actual accounts associated with the bankruptcy. And we have a bankruptcy lawyer as well on the team to be able to help you. So if you need help, just drop it in the comments, and we're here to help and reach out to be able to guide you and knock the credit bureaus out.